that thing right now is, of course, going to be that Jaehyun. And the Jaehyun's been looking really good.
Yeah, all right. Either way, we're underway, and let's see who gets the first weapon, gets the first start. And Wess back at it again, doing what he always does, goes for that off-stage play.
Yo, and he wants to continue it, hits the N-Sig this time, just needs a side sig. Got to show off all three if he can. Meanwhile, Yu's just trying to get away from Wess, just trying to get a reset onto the main stage. And this, again, it's kind of a matchup that we've seen, right? Wess loving to push those off-stage engagements. Yu's definitely going to want to be on stage for this greatsword.
Definitely. And, oh, man, he is taking a beating to start this one off. You are running into – he's been sitting and chilling, and he is running into a warmed-up Wess. A Wess that takes the first stock, has not reset the bracket, and he's already taunting.
The disrespect already dead. He's putting skull emojis in his tweets right now. But he has a full – not a full stock, but he has a sizable lead, and it's basically a full stock at this point.
Man, yeah, it's definitely a full stock. I mean, he's been so dominant. We haven't really even seen Wess get to throw out an attack. He's thrown a weapon or two, but not many attacks. Nice, lands a Sayer.
Oh, okay. I like that dash stance to lead into the three-piece there. Wess gets launched. Wess utilizing that weapon toss to try to guarantee that ground touch, but uses cover in this corner.
That combination. What? Okay, Use. That was nice. I'm a fan of that one.
I feel like that was a specific call out to the way that Wess likes to keep that pressure going too. He's like, if Wess didn't go down there, that's just, he's burning a dodge. But he's like, you know what? Wess is going to try to get aggressive here despite the fact that he's unarmed.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. He's going to come down there. He has no, like, extended hitbox. He has to use his whole body with the gauntlet, of course, all right? So that's just cover yourself. Makes so much sense for Use. And Use, man, like, he hasn't, it looks like he doesn't do much, and then all of a sudden he lands, like, 2 strings with the greatsword, and it's curtains.
Yeah, I mean, that greatsword hits hard. And then you get those big strings. You get a lot of damage put out. Wess has him in the red, gonna throw out the N-Sig there, and it's just a bait, taking his time to go for the ground pound. Another taunt. Dude, Wess he's feeling cheeky right now.
He's trying to get in his head, man. The art of war.
You know, sometimes the battle is not when you're hitting each other. The battle is in the mind.
That is definitely true.
I think I saw a Jet Li movie where they did that.
That actually makes sense. I'm sure there's some Jet Li movie out there or some Kung Fu movie where they did that.
Oh, side sig thrown out from Use.
Oh.
Okay. Got the three-piece. Went for the neutral finisher on that one. Given their positioning, wanted that vertical potential knockout because the horizontal was a little bit further.
It was close. It almost KO'd, but just not quite enough. Now you're giving Wess a chance to end your final stock. Nice recovery. Pretty low down, and it's still KO'd. Okay. Now, going into this last one, he's really going to have to make something happen. A lot of patience, and he's going to have to make some hard reads here. But this is definitely doable.
Gauntlets in hand. Use might have to respect that just walk-up sig from Wess, but right now, Wess disarms Use. Use is still swinging on him. There's the N-Sig.
He's showing a lot of patience. He does not want to get caught. Because if he gets caught, he knows he's going to be in the worst position possible. Or it could just be a raw sig and he just gets KO'd.
Yo, but Use is finding hits onto Wess. Wess trying to open him up with those weapon tosses. There's the side sig, but it's going to be the gravity cancel down light into the recovery from Wess, jumping over that side light opener from Use. And Wess gets game number 1. But maybe rethinking some things right now. He's been very cheeky throwing out a lot of those taunts, but like that went down to the wire. That was last stock red.
Hey, he was throwing out those taunts. He was being very aggressive early on, but I think he's realizing, I hope he realized that if Use catches him, it could be a bad look for him. I mean, because that's with him getting that early stock and creating a huge lead, coming down back to the wire. Use did this in the previous sets too in winners finals. So like we know that he slows the game down and he's gonna find his opportunity. So you can't allow him to get the lead, honestly.
You gotta just take that lead and maintain it whenever possible. Hughes trying to play that spacing game. He has a lot more range than Wess does. I'm surprised he doesn't try to approach with like a downlight just because of the sheer amount of range he would have over Wess. But he wants to stay forward, wants those side lights a little bit closer.
You know what's interesting? I was going to bring that up earlier. Like, I don't think I've seen him downlight at all.
Yeah, he really hasn't.
He does the side light a lot.
Yo, okay.
Oh, no! He had it!
Looking like a Marvel combo with how many things he was hitting there, but he gets that GC and Sig, and Hughes now with a big lead. This is not what you want. You talked about it at the start of this game. You do not want to let Hughes get a big lead.
Yeah, because he's definitely going to be able to slow the pacing down and make you play on the ground with him. He's going to find hits no matter what. Like, even if you're finding your hits while you're in those exchanges and those mixes with him, he's going to be tapping you too, and that's a lot of damage coming out from this great sword.
Double neutral light, instant neutral finisher, jump nair as well. This time gets the 3-piece neutral finisher on that one as well, trying to play that vertical.
Ooh, tried to hit him with the pivot. If he did it the other way, I think he might have hit him, actually.
Very possible.
Bink.
Side
Trying to find it. Got the side sig. Yes, sir. You said that the strings look like Marvel combos. Well, that sig is going to take you for a ride. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't even need an assist or anything like that. He just throws out the big hit. Finally, Wess able to clean up that initial stock, but he's a full stock behind here, and he wants the gauntlets.
Yeah. Okay, he's got gauntlets. I mean, he's been doing okay with the boots, but I understand. Experiment a little bit. Try to figure out what these things got. He's been doing okay over time against everybody with them, so bring it out, especially here against the sword. Going to test it out here. But I'm curious myself how it's going to fare whenever the greatsword comes out. He is down to the final stock. Boom, gets caught slipping, trying to dodge through that weapon toss. Eats a lot of damage.
Ooh, interesting dare there. I think that was supposed to be a GC downlight, but he just kind of delayed a little too long. N-Sig not going to connect. Caught him with the side light, but took his time on that. There's the N-Sig. Needs to finish it, though.
Always looks like that signature is going to throw down a little bit harder. Oh, that actually could have got nasty. I don't think Hughes realized he was going to get that weapon back like that. Nice.
Ooh, okay, side sig. Final stocks here. Wess back to the taunts. He's feeling some sort of way.
Yeah, he's feeling it. He said, okay, got that stock. I can do it. I mean, this is definitely his type of situation. All he has to do is catch you with one good stolen stock. See, if he lands that, you're in a real bad situation. So I see him. I see him getting confident, and he's definitely dominating right now. Oh, man, but he gets caught one good time by the high damage of that greatsword. Hughes going to tie the set 1-1.
Yeah, that is small Brawlhalla. Those neutral finishers will eventually finish off the stocks of Wess. And again, 390 damage put out from Hughes. That's been his game plan throughout the entirety of this. He wants to put that big damage out with the greatsword and then finish off with the regular sword. But Wesley going to make the swap. No longer on the Tesca. He's going over to the Orion.
And we saw what that Orion did last time. Ooh.
It worked very well in his earlier match today against Lores, but this is going to be a different beast. This is not going to be a Pearl that he's running into. It's going to be a Jaehyun.
All right, so now a question for you. What is the matchup like, Lance versus Greatsword?
Honestly, I feel like it's kind of Greatsword favored. Like, both of them want a lot of runway, and the thing that works really well for Wess in this matchup is a lot of offstage. That's not really a thing you're usually looking for when you got a Lance in hand.
I can dig that. I can dig that. Well, Wess is looking for that, but most people wouldn't be.
Oh,
my God!
Another one? Hughes!
Oh, no, Hughes! That was a huge play. That was a huge play. I thought Wess was toast.
Yeah, that weapon toss actually saved his skin there, or I guess his armor because he's Orion. But Wess, I mean, he almost had a massive lead, and then Hughes got the one tap he needed to chase dodge up and almost put that back in his favor.
We got the spear. You know Wess doesn't want this. Well, maybe he does. Okay, I forgot it's down sig season now, but the side sig, the pocket sand, is going to work out for Hughes. Come on, tell me you know that reference.
Gotta love some King of the Hill.
Yes, yes!
But Lance in hand for Wess. Falling side air for Hughes. Another nair. Needs to chase up. Wess needs to find a side air. His side airs have been his big tool for finishing off stocks of his opponents with the Lance.
Yeah, he's definitely been finding some big hits with those side airs, but Yu's not really playing in a manner where he can hit those. He's going to force him to hit grounded side airs. Maybe he's going to have to go for a sidelight side air, but spacing from Yu's is just too good right now. The movement's too good. Sword, getting these punishes. Oh my gosh.
Downlight side air. Oh, Wess getting picked apart. The ground pound from Yu's. And Yu's, I love that Yu's is not falling for Wess's game. He's not like taunting back. Instead, he's like, you know what? I'm going to let my gameplay speak for me. I'm just going to get this dub, and then you're the one with the egg on your face.
Yeah, he's definitely just letting his gameplay speak for him. And there goes the taunt, right after you mentioned it. Wess still throws out the taunt. He's down a whole stock. And Yu's, man, Yu's is playing so good. I like the sword gameplay we just saw from him. That edge guard he did was clean. Able to get out of that 0-to-death combo from Wess. Oh, wasn't able to get out of that when the backstep into the SIG after the sidelight.
And the N-SIG as well. Wess getting so much damage here. Needs to finish off this stock of Yu's, though.
He's doing a good job. He's making his way back into the match. The huge deficit. He is at orange, though. We know how much damage he could eat if he gets caught by a string from this great sword. And I think that's the stock. Yeah, he's got to use the stock out of there. So that was good. He minimized the damage that he took, right? He didn't go into red. That's a very good look anytime you can do that. But one full string from the great sword could spell disaster.
Wess needs to get another momentum swing. Nice three-piece coming out. Just some Lance ground to play down air. Ooh.
Oh, baby. That was nice.
Sig.
What a read. They're just swinging, both of them swinging for the fences.
Oh!
Oh, my God. This dude.
He said, you know what? You want to keep playing this air game. You want to go high in the sky. You're trying to catch me with a recovery or an air at the top of the map. But guess what? Gravity cancel and just throws out the big old laser beam to launch Yu's into the sky. And now Wess is up 2-1. Potential to reset.
What a move. What a play. Are you kidding me? He landed a nair and just watched him hover above him and was like, I'm going for it. I'm going for it now. And what a way to do this. He needs one more game for the reset. Yu's was really, he was holding it down the whole time. That was a clutch from Wess. And that's holding strong, man. Against Yu's, who really didn't ever look like he lost his composure. He just couldn't land any hits in that last stock.
Yeah, Yu's really struggled in those final moments. Wess's Lance just putting out so much damage. 450 damage put out from his Lance. Of the 532 he was able to put out.
That's good stuff. That's when you know you're cooking. Okay, trying to find the read opportunities, but good defense so far from Wess. He hasn't really eaten too much damage out of this gray sword. Giving up, well, he's eaten some good damage, but he hasn't eaten like a full string. Got reset. Yeah, he's finding the right ways out. He's jumping out. He's hitting the back fades. Dodges out. But I'm going to take you for a ride. The side sig is going to land, and that thing slaps. Yu's gets the first stock in game number 4.
Just catches the movement, and all things considered, Wess was not able to get enough damage onto Yu's first stock. That okay, chasing. Burned a lot of movement there, still will land down safely.
And then wakes up with a sidelight. That dude is relentless.
Can't stop, won't stop. Wess is just chasing after Yu's. Okay, a little bit of neutral here.
Oh yeah, that was a good side there. Oh wow, turns around with the neutral sig. He can't find the last hit though. He's getting some good damage. Just not in the territory where he's going to get the KO. Gets double recovery. Look at how much damage that did for Yu's.
Ooh. But Yu's with a great spot dodge. Avoids that finishing side air.
What a wake up.
Why?
I don't know, man. I don't know how you taunt and you're down this much.
Like, I get it when you have the lead, you know, you can get in their head a little bit, but when you're down and you're doing it, it's like, what are you thinking right now? What's going on in your head? Yu's, though, is thinking that he is one stock away from getting this one to game number 5.
And you know Yu's wants to close it out as soon as possible. You do not want to reset, especially against a guy that's been taunting you the whole time. Nice lance play. He's
With
carrying
Sam?
out to the side. The dodge
Okay.
is good. I mean, yeah, he would have made it back. I was gonna say with no dodge in the holster, I don't know if he was gonna make it. Weapon toss,
Whoa.
and wow, that was clean. Tie game here in game number 4. Wess just one more stock away from resetting it.
Really well done on that edge play, too. He had the lance toss to force an action, goes over with the spear toss, connects on the use, immediate pickup, GC downline side air. And now we're down to final stocks here, and Wess could very well reset at this rate.
Oh, yeah. And look at him. He just keeps landing down lights. He's landing good attacks, and then he doesn't even have to go for anything big if he just keeps racking up this damage and being untouched. His defense against the Great Sword has been amazing.
But specifically on the lance. When he's on the spear, struggles a little bit more, but when he's got the lance, he's been doing very well against this great sword to use.
I agree. Neutral eye, neutral air.
Where's the down sig? Ooh, Use is ready.
It's so funny that it's so readable, but it's still a scary, scary tool. I know Hughes is sweating in his boots over there.
Oh.
Nice. And that is a reset bracket here in South America. That is my man's. He's too good. Wess is just too good. 590 damage going on this one. 438 of it on that lance. When he swaps over to this character, it's just a totally different story than the Tesca. And that's crazy because his Tesca is mad nice.
His Tesca was looking very clean. It's the thing that worked so well against Kaina, but now he's over to the Orion, and his Orion is looking solid. And every now and then I get this like thought where I'm like, why don't you try a different Lance character? Why don't you go to the Olgrim, right? Because the Lance is definitely the thing that's working, and the Spear not so much. But then you see him utilize those SIGs. That N SIG on the Lance. You see him utilize that down SIG. You see him throw out that Spear down SIG as well. You kind of go, okay, I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Once you start seeing the SIG pack, you're like, oh, yeah, that's the Orion I can't stand. I got you. Okay. What a start. Okay, good start from Hughes. He's had a few of those, though, where he ends up taking that first stock and he just can't clean up the last two of Wess. Wess just holds strong.
And Wess back over to the Lance here. Down light, falls down, still manages to pick up a fadeaway nair onto Hughes, throws out the N-Sig, Hughes avoids it. But you're also seeing Hughes he's not being able to play the grounded game that he wants to play, right? He's not going in, getting that side light into the reset.
Yeah, he's not been able to play that at all. Wess just holds that middle ground, and he's like, if you want to land a combo, I mean, you're gonna have to force it through because he's been waking up. That's really been scary for Hughes. And nice KO, good side air. Switching over, nope, gonna stay with that lance. What am I talking about? He's monogamous with the lance. Like, why would I even think he was gonna go with the spear?
He's got a very serious relationship with this lance. Sometimes, you know what, he'll send a text message to the spear, but for the most part, sticking with that lance. Hughes, though, he's got that sword, wants to finish off this stock of Wess. There's the lance.
Yeah, we know what he's going for. He's always going for the downlight recovery, and there it is. He's got Wess on the final stock in game number 1 of the reset.
Yo, but we've been here before. We've seen Wess bring these back from the brink. See if he can do it again. Back over to the spear. Does feel like Hughes is starting to do a little bit better against Wess's lance, though. I will say that.
Yeah, he is. He really is. His defense has gotten much better against it. It doesn't mean that you can do that forever, but he's doing it good at this moment.
Throws away the spear. Back over to the lance.
He's really forcing Hughes into the air. Hughes cannot just stay grounded. He's fishing for the nairs. He's trying to just tack on a little bit of damage. I feel like soon he's going to really want something big, though. Tries the recovery.
Okay.
It's a 2-piece. Hughes racking up the damage.
Wess needs that finisher soon. It's going to be the GC side sig to go over, but still not enough to finish off the stock of Hughes. Spear ground pound doesn't get over the corner. Hughes still holds on to this second stock.
He cannot find that final touch. He's going for big stuff. The ground pound was just a little shy, bumped his head into the side of the stage. He couldn't leak over the side, and yeah, after that, he just whiffed a couple more buttons, and now we're not seeing much whiffs from Hughes. Hughes is on the prowl, trying to close this bad boy out. Recovery, raw, no downlight. It's not going to do it.
Doesn't hit the Sair. Wess still not able to finish off this second stock of Hughes. Yu's really floating out there, and he still manages to get that wall touch. Charge up.
I
Still
thought he
doesn't
was going
hit.
to make that.
Yus takes game number 1. 555 damage put out by Yus. Wess not really able to put out the big damage on either weapon. He put out 218 on his lance versus the 150 on his spear.
Yeah, he's got that, what's that? That's the 90s movie phone number. 555.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he did a lot of damage. That was one of Wes's games where he's been pulled up with the lance, right? I feel like Yu's kind of been really diverse in his damage with both weapons, but this time he really had a banger game with the Artemis.
Artemis.
I mean, I did complete my thought. I just saw Artemis,
you saw Artemis and you're like,
and
wait,
I
hold
just
up.
got excited. You know what I'm saying? I said earlier I wish he was playing the Artemis, and here we are in grand finals in the reset. He feels something. He can feel it in the air. There's going to be a lot of side sinks, my boy.
Definitely a real possibility. Or those down sigs are very effective on both weapons. But right now, it's over to the Scythe, and Yu's feeling some confidence here as he's forced Wess away from that Orion, which was so effective in the earlier matchup in the grand finals.
Hughes was definitely putting on some big pressure on that at the start of this. And he's sticking. Wess had an opportunity to go to the lance. He really stuck with the Scythe.
Yeah, I mean, he made the swap consciously to go over to the Artemis, and it's clearly not just for the extra speed that he's going to get. It's going to be because he can use this Scythe and not just be a one-weapon Andy.
I always forget that his Scythe is mad nice.
Nice GC sidelight to get through that weapon toss as well.
It was clean, right? Like, he really has some really cheeky stuff with this character. All right. Oh,
okay.
no. Went the other way on it. I guess he was looking for a dodge through the body on the left. I don't know. I thought the dodge already came out. Sayre's going to hit. Resources are still there. Wess going to make it back. Oh, scary situation, but he's going to survive. Weapon toss keeps you safe, but he can't be safe forever. The neutral Sig on the gravity cancel will take the first stock.
And Wess priming the lance here. He's going to have a slightly different signature kit. Okay, no, he wants to prime the Scythe for this next stock, or at least he's just focused on denying weapons from Yus. That time tries to go for the up toss. Just denies a weapon from himself.
There it is. He's got the Scythe in hand with the recovery. Nice punish from Yus to get that first stock off of him, okay? Very, very, very even game. Both players utilizing both weapons. That greatsword had a great start for Yus. Let's see what we got here coming into this one. He's got the lance in hand in the wake up once again from Wess.
Yeah, Wess, you talked about that defense against the greatsword. His ability to pick the right option, just a gravity cancel that time. Sometimes he'll dodge away and then immediately side air. He'll really change it up on Yus and make it difficult to get those big strings.
Yep, he's been doing a great job making Yus really think about it. And now we see Yus going, you know what? Let me just get this sword and punish you for playing a little wild. Another punish for the raw signature. He's going to switch back over to the greatsword. If he can catch a neutral sig, you know, could be it, but he's going to go for a mix, doesn't get it, goes into the... Oh! That would have been clean if he landed that neutral sig.
Trying to get it off that weapon toss. Wess still swinging unarmed, did not want the weapon spawn. Sidelight puts Yus off stage. He went for the gravity cancel, but Yus hits him with the recovery. One more hit. Ooh, gets back down safely.
Waited till the last second to burn that dodge. Very necessary because Yus was definitely trying to find the right moment and was trying to find that hit. A lot of damage sitting on Wess. Almost anything will do it at this point. Yes, definitely. It doesn't matter which side of the stage he was on. That was it.
That was an on-stage neutralite that ended up finishing off the stock of Wess. Or is that a side sig?
I like the adjustment from Yus. He's not even, he's like, okay, you know what, you keep waking up. He just poked him and then backstep weapon toss. That's good, that's good. Just take the damage where you can. Don't allow him the opportunity to get damage on you.
Yeah, I mean, he's got this lead. Does not need to go for those big plays anymore, or at least for now, because all he's got to do is whittle away at Wess, and he will eventually get the W here.
Yeah, he's doing a great job at the moment. Now we got the lance back for Wess. We've been seeing, I mean, I keep talking about the defense of Wess versus the, oh, that was clean. I'll talk about the defense of Wess versus the greatsword. I mean, Yus has been making this, the lance of Wess, look more tame than anybody tonight.
Yeah, Yus has definitely found more answers to the lance of Wess than anybody else. Wess, oh, gets caught. Hughes goes for the recovery, didn't connect, but Wess running out of health here in game number 2.
Where are the side sigs? The neutral sig from Hughes. No side sigs from Wesley. That will be a 2-0 lead coming out for Hughes. And the Artemis pick didn't look as good as I thought it was going to. 649 damage for Hughes, 416 this time on the Great Sword, and 189 on the regular sword.
Yeah, about 277 damage put out from Wess on the Lance versus the 112 on his Scythe. Was not able to get a lot out of either of those weapons. And now Wess has to decide, what is it going to be? Is he going back to the Orion? Is it going to go to the Olgrim, apparently? Wait, oh, it's a bait.
Oh, he's going back to think about it, but you
It's a different Olgrim. There you go. He didn't like that last skin. It's going to be the Macho Man for Wess for game number 3 here in the final set for today. But he now has to win 3 games in a row if he wants to be crowned the spring champion.
That's going to be hard, man. That is going to be rough. But you did call it.
I do. I'm a big fan of the Olgrim. I like the Olgrim.
Called it, man. Why are you not playing the Olgrim? It's pushed back against the wall, and he picks the Olgrim.
Well, we'll see if the Olgrim is the thing to get him back on the board here. He did manage to get that reset moments ago, but since then, Hughes has been in the driver's seat.
Definitely has. Hughes has just been playing so strong. He's switching up the gameplay as it goes. He doesn't do the same things a lot. Does a little bit of work with the gray sword. Swap over to the sword, do a couple tabs. He runs away when he needs to. I just like how he's piecing together his game plan. Wess is looking pretty nice on this axe to start this bad boy off, and maybe it's just the change of pace that's catching Hughes off guard.
Oh, big hit. Will launch Hughes. Needs another side air. You can see the way he's wiggling there. Hits the down air, but Hughes did get the wall touch. Gets another wall touch.
Oh,
Hughes still living.
Just shy on the hit on the recovery. Coming back to the stage and went for a nair, nothing big. And now Hughes gets another chance at life on this stock. Well, short-lived. The Sair from the Lance will do it for Wess.
And he's going to be sticking with the Lance again. Despite the fact that he got some good damage to start this one off with that axe, ultimately, he's a Lance player at heart, and that's what he wants to have here against Hughes. Hughes goes in. Wess not able to find any damage on the second stock just yet.
And finally got him a touch, but eats a 2-piece for landing that. And now Hughes tried to go for the neutral sig, not going to land. And here goes some more damage for Wess.
Hughes with a good dodge out. Downlight will put Wess off stage, so unfortunately couldn't keep that pressure going.
He's chipping away at him at the moment. He's doing a good job of building on top of this lead. Hughes can't even really play at the moment. He hasn't found any opportunities. Good movement to get away from the recovery.
Wess is ready for those end sigs of Hughes. He's managing to avoid those finishing blows that Hughes wants so badly. Trying to mix up that KO tool. Went for the recovery this time, but Wess avoids it again. Throws out the chainsaw. It was a bait, so we can get the sidelight side air. And there's the taunt. Wess feeling good.
He's definitely feeling good. But there's one thing we all know, and he was going to taunt regardless. Downlight recovery for Hughes. Going to take that stock off. It's still a situation where with this big lead, Hughes could definitely bring this bad boy back, and you know he wants to. He wants to close this out 3-0, but Wess trying to get on the board. Nice. Lands a nice little succession there with the great sword. Opts to back out. He's seen the wake up a few too many times, but he's still getting some nice damage. Oh, tries to chain it that time. Doesn't land it.
But Hughes is still getting these hits onto Wess. He's opening them up. Wess not finding any big blows on this final stock here of Hughes. Goes for the off stage there, but Wess staying close.
Ooh, the dodge is burned. Doesn't go for anything. Hughes had already put that poke out, so he couldn't really get anything, but nice. The close out of that stock fairly early. That wasn't even that much damage on Wess. And, I mean, it was pretty high, but it was just a perfect situation, the perfect point on the stage to land that KO.
Wess with a wake up this time, but this is his tournament stock here, the grand final stock. If Hughes gets this one, he is going to be crowned the spring champion. Wess, he's got that lance, got that side air, goes for the end sig.
Wess is looking good right now. He does not want to go down in this situation at this moment. This greatsword is looking too nice, though, for Hughes. He's finding the moments. He's figured it out a little bit. I feel like this is the best it's looked. He's landed more strings, and he hasn't been attacked back by Wess in a little while. That side air is looking good. This might be a game. Doesn't commit. Hughes gets back on stage with the neutral light.
Puts him off stage. Wess! Ooh, that got stuffed out, but he still had enough movement to get to the wall safely. Hughes avoids the recovery. Wess wants that finishing blow over to the axe. What's the option? Down sig? Side air?
Neutral light. Down sig! Oh my
Avoids
goodness.
the weapon toss. Oh, Hughes! One hit away. Wess with the falling nair almost gets it. Lance in hand. A heavy move from Hughes could get him the victory. A side light just kicks Wess away. A dare from Wess.
These dudes are scrapping the recovery. You're dang right. Unbelievable. Hughes clutching that out. Wess did everything in his power to keep the run alive, but Hughes closes it out to become your South American Spring Champion.
The J-Yun just a little too much for Wess in that grand finals after the reset. Credit to Wess. He made that lower bracket run after an L in the top 32, and he got here to the grand finals. He got the reset, but ultimately none of the Lance characters were the answer to the J-Yun of Hughes.
Yeah, he swapped between three of them. There was 3 games. He got 3 of them, but he tried 3 different Lance characters, and it just would not work out. Get that Vector off the screen.
That's wrong.
That is J-Yun.
That's wrong.
That is J-Yun. No, I'm just messing around. But